What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, bringing you the latest war, the end of that war. Well, I won't say that it was closer than it looks, but the score is a little misleading. I mean, we were ahead the whole entire time except from the first 2 minutes, and we were never in any danger. But, I mean, they put up a pretty good fight. I think they gave up towards the end as we almost perfected the war, got a perfect war. And you know, they had okay, decent bases as far as internet bases, and gave us a little bit of a challenge. So we appreciate that. Our 51st win. So we're still undefeated, 51 wins in a row, and you know, we'll take a look and see. We used almost our attacks. You know, just show you what they did with our. They at the end, the last probably 15 of their attacks were all loot attacks. So they were able to 3-star Gatsby, you know, 2-starred all the rest of our Town Hall 9s, including me, and then a lot of 2-stars on their Town Hall 8s, a couple of 3-stars here and there, but you know, a lot of Dragon raids, a lot of Go wipes, and things like that. So. And from us, you know, I'm a little disappointed we didn't get the perfect war again. Not that we need to. It's not. It's a pride thing. It's you know, we always want to be able to strive for the best. And when we do go against arranged matches, we definitely will step it up. But you know, if this was an arranged match, we would have probably lost, just because you know you're going to get a perfect war against Town Hall 9s below. So you know, and not to mention the fact that we. You know, got 3 stars on their top 3, and we couldn't get it on the number 4 or number 9, and I'll show those bases. They were not very good bases. So anyway, let me know also, you guys, in the comments. You know, I'm starting to have more subscribers, more followers, and let me know if the videos are too long, if they're too short, if they're just right, whatever it may be. I mean, I don't know. I like to show. I show a lot more than other YouTubers and probably stretch it on a little long, but. I mean, there's a lot of good attacks, and there's a lot of bases that I think a lot of you guys can learn from, and you can obviously fast forward or you know, move within the video to see what bases you like. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start with this. You know, Lighthouse was a level 8 clan. They're from the Philippines, and you know, with 84 victories. So you know, 33 3-stars for us, 5 for them, and a lot of 2-stars and no 1-stars. So. Anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into these attacks. I'll do the Town Hall 9s on this video, and then the Town Hall 8s in a different video. So, you know, shout out to Ebalin. Didn't have a 6-star war, but boy, did he crush this base. I think this was a cleanup attack, if I'm not mistaken, but still, it doesn't matter. He's our 10th guy coming in and hitting their number 1, which is a completely maxed out Town Hall 9. Besides the walls, of course. So he's going to bring a stoned entrance here. And also, I mean, take a look at his royals. You know, level 10 king, level 7 archer queen, taking out their number 1 with maxed defenses. So, you know, you can do it. It can be done. And the base design is a common base design. I forget what this base is called, but it's not easy by any means for a lower Town Hall 9 or 8.5 to take this out. So the problem is he's using stone, he uses the jump, the queen and king decide to completely ignore it and start banging on that golem that was in the clan castle. So they're going to just ignore that jump completely and start doing a walk, which looks bad, sends a loon down, take out that cannon. The only thing that's hitting it is the wizard tower, so it is going to go 1-for-1 and starts to trade the hogs in. Those wizards took out the archer queen, if you didn't notice in the core there. So good job to those wizards with the golems tanking. That king is having a field day, just pounding on that golem in the core. And the hogs are going in with 2 more heals. I already used one of the heals. The jump was already used for no reason at all, except to get those golems in. And he's going to have quad Teslas here in the semi-core. Triggers the giant bomb, still has 1 more heal, deploys the rest of his hogs on the bottom, heals up where that other giant bomb is next to the Teslas. So he's going to be able to push through. Really nice use of that poison there to take care of those skellies. Again, he's running low on hogs, so each one of those really counts. Both of his royals are alive and pretty healthy, the king and the queen. Queen's going to start pounding on walls, but we are in cleanup mode. The hogs trigger that last giant bomb and you know, start to make it all the way across. and then have to trek back and help out the other hogs. So, but very, very nice done. Hit that last, that was the last giant bomb. And they do the same thing you'll see in my raid with those builders huts in the corner. So just want to see the time on that. Yeah, so he even did it under the 3 minutes, the normal time. But very nice attack, Ebalon. Very, very sweet. Huckle's coming through, hitting the number 2 with another GoHo. I think he's bringing just he's bringing a stoned as well, so he's going to bring 3 golems in here. He's going to use the double poison on here. He does the very difficult lure. I don't know why he didn't lure from the top, but he has to use 2 hogs in order to get that dragon and loons. So he's going to drop the double poison on here to take care of that clan castle, which again is a viable strategy. You just won't have any for the poison for the hogs, but that's fine. He's, like I said, he's going to bring a stone in here, so he's going to bring in 3 golems. So we'll go ahead and watch him deploy up from the top here. Sends one of his level 4 golems, or level 3 golems. Sends the second one in, and we'll start using that funnel. As they start making their way in, he's really going to push with the core or the kill squad. He sends that other golem in to start doing some heavy tanking. Sends wall breakers that decide to split, but that's fine. They'll redirect, and the wizards will go in there with the golems and start tanking. It's about time to send in those royals now too. He uses the jump spell to push through, drops the king in there, drops the queen in there, and they will go ahead and take out that archer queen. The wizards already did that for them. So the wizards doing the dirty work again. King takes jump. Queen's going to go ahead and start hitting some other defenses, and time to start sending in the hogs from the bottom. So he has 3 heals left over after that jump is placed in there. And he's deployed all of his hogs, so he's got to make them stretch. The expos are focused on the golem on the bottom, so their hogs are going to be able to take that out very easily. Still has 2 more heals left. One is used there where the Tesla and a lot of the point defenses are. Hits the giant bomb, still standing in a heal, and he still has 1 more left, which does not need to use if he doesn't want to, but you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. So we are in complete cleanup mode. Both kings are down, but the friendly queen is up, helping with the cleanup, and the golem is just pounding away. The hogs hit that last giant bomb, and you know, get knocked down to health considerably. Just funky places for those giant bombs. And we're just about finished with the cleanup, but very, very nice hit by Huckles. Alright, number 3, Gatsby. He's going to go ahead and use a Shattered with a P.E.K.K.A. in his clan castle, and he brings his own P.E.K.K.A. as well. So he'll grab the very, very, very easy lure with 1 goblin, and I think he's only going to use 1 poison if I'm not mistaken, and save that other poison for the Skelly. He'll go ahead and anchor on the bottom, so we'll fast forward. That dragon is almost dead. And he'll send the golem in and let the queen go ahead and take care of him, put him out of its misery. He'll go ahead and send his 2 golems in there and start funneling with the wizards. The golems are tanking very nicely. Has brought a jump, 2 heals, and a rage. He wants to get at least that archer queen before he starts deploying his hogs. And probably a little deeper, sends the wall breakers in there, and we'll go ahead and send his own P.E.K.K.A. The king, and then the clan castle with some more wall breakers in there, which is a la Gatsby, loves to do that. Rages up that core, or that kill squad for the core, and they will go ahead and just basically one-shot that king, and he'll go down in a blaze of glory. So the P.E.K.K.A.s are running in there, getting hit by the Teslas, the quad Teslas in that core. The golems go in there under rage. Everybody goes in under rage and pretty much wipes out the entire core there. There are 2 more Teslas right outside the core, but the hogs are already in, and they take out the expo that was targeted on the golem. Does a clockwise deployment of these hogs. Still has 1 more heal left over after this one is set down. That expo is still hitting the golem. Queen is still up too, so doing some damage there. And yeah, this one is pretty much all over. Drops that final heal with those last 4 defenses, and it's all over. He does what I do not do, is drops the archer in the corner and the minion in the corner for the builders' huts. So very, very nicely done. You'll see what I did not do in just a little bit. We're in cleanup. So I think one golem is completely up, and Queen's pounding through the walls. So very, very nice attack, Gatsby. All right, I'll show you number 4. You know, we just had a 97% 1-star. That was at the end of the war with a La Lune. It was just a bad kill squad entry, but you know, still a good attack. We'll skip it. I'm not going to show a 2-star attack there, and you know, but it was still, you know, good try. So Bertato's going to do a La Lune. The only thing is he fails on the clan castle kill, and his royals die really quickly. But thank goodness the air defenses are very low. And also take notice of the expos. The expos are all pointed down, so it's a big, huge difference when you don't have to deal with those. Also, it does a zap quake for one of the air defenses. Only has 3 left, and one of them is extremely low, which he will get right off the bat with this queen. The clan castle will come out here and really just do some severe damage to that golem. The king starts walking. Queen rages up, but unfortunately she's going to get focused on by that cannon, and she uses her ability, but gets taken down really quickly right after. He's got nothing else left. Think just brought in a cold-blooded entry, which, you know, is only going to get you so far there. I don't know if he needed to get any more air defenses, but the problem is that dragon's still alive. So he sends in his 2 loons, or sorry, hounds, and the loons, puts them in rage, and they start splitting really quick. That dragon is still alive and focused on those lava hounds, which is probably not the worst thing. So, you know, what's going to save him are these lava hounds that actually get you know, turned into pups, and then we'll take out the dragon later on. But starts deploying all of his loons there, starts soaking up some of those defenses. There is one more lava hound that was just taken out, and they're now focused on that dragon. That's the only thing that could have saved them, was those lava pups. Dragons are very slow. They finally take him out, and the loons take out that last air defense and the rest of the defenses, so it's just in time for cleanup mode. So that's where we're at right now. Lava Pups get the MVP on this particular war, or this particular battle, and gets the last builder hut up top. So very nice attack, bro. Alright, my attack. Just squeaked by with timing, only because I think I had 2 seconds left, only because of those stupid builder huts in the corner, which was my mistake. I didn't notice. It is a cleanup attack. Going to go ahead and use 1 poison for the clan castle, 1 poison for the skellies. So we'll let those loons die, and dragon still under the effect. I'll go ahead and anchor on the bottom here and take care of it. Old school wizards, barbarians. And then I'll drop a shattered entry up top here with 2 golems, 1 from the clan castle, 1 of my own. And I'll send a little hog in there too to take out that archer tower. Why not? There's nothing else that's going to be targeting it. It's going to get a free kill, 1 for 1. Anytime you can do a 1 for 1, go for it. Drop some of the wall breakers who decide to take different routes, of course, as wall breakers do, to open up that core. And my goal is to take care of those giant bombs, 3 of them that are in the core or right underneath the core in that area where the royals are jumping, and also take care of the enemy king and queen. So I'll go ahead and rage them up, rage the king up, and he'll knock out the queen, and the queen will also go ahead and take out the enemy king with the help of the other guys, the wizards and stuff. So it's time to go ahead and deploy the hogs. 3 giant bombs are already known in that area. There's 1 more that needs to be tripped, but the hogs will not. So I can deploy almost all of my hogs at the same time and just let them do a train, deploy the rest of them. I know where that last giant bomb spot is, up top by the cannon, so I don't have to worry about any giant bombs, just have to worry about those spring traps that are flipping my hogs. There goes the heal almost right on top of I could have healed a little bit higher for that giant bomb when they trip it. Poison goes down to go ahead and kill those skellies. Skellies are out of the picture. Still have another 2 heals left, of which I do not need. I just needed that last heal, really. I could have swagged this heal. But again, if you got it, use it. I better safe than sorry for me. So I'll go and heal kind of inconsequentially. Here's the problem. I deployed the Barbarian that I have left over on this lab up top for no good reason. Don't know why I did that. Just thought it would help with cleanup. Did not notice the Builder Hut to the right and the Builder Hut to the left. I should have deployed that Barbarian on either one of those Builder Huts, as well as saved one extra archer, or brought an extra archer or minion for the right hand side. So I mean, I have like probably 15 plus hogs here, so they are going to basically one shot everything. So it's going to be a quick cleanup, but they're going to have to go ahead from each of these Builder Huts, and I would have finished it under 3 minutes if it wasn't for those two Builder Huts. So good 3-star attack, though. It was the meat of the attack that matters, not the stupid Builder Huts. Number 7 is a cleanup of my attack. I got a 2-star, 88% or something. I just sent, it was a first hit, and I didn't know where anything was, and I just deployed the hogs incorrectly. So True Alpha is going to go ahead, bring a Shattered Entry, and he's going to go ahead and lure. And I don't know if he uses double poison. Let's check it out. Yeah, he uses double poison. I like keeping the poison extra for the Skelly traps, just in case. Uses nice use of minions to go ahead and start that funneling. They're getting free buildings or free trash buildings. Goes and uses a clan castle golem as well as his own and starts that entry into it. Does bring a jump, does bring 3 heals, basically exactly the same. So I keep saying basically same exact setup that I did and same entry that I did. So he just did it correctly, which is great. Uses that king or queen, starts dropping the king, and they're going to go ahead and take the jump. King will get aggro on the archer queen. And I mean, and it goes and smacks her down, and then it's time to go ahead and make their way into the core. Now, one of the things he does very nicely, and I'm not a big proponent of it, but he does it. But True does it very, very well. Is using the giants to tank for the hogs. He's going to use 3 giants. He's already dropped 1 down here on the bottom here, and he's going to use it on the top as well, and then the top left. But you'll notice that this giant is soaking up all of those defenses. The cannon and the archer tower and those hogs go completely untouched. Does the same thing on this side with the giant tanking for the hogs. And then he can drop a heal in there. And then he does it the same thing for the top as soon as he's ready to drop those last 5 hogs in there. Get hit by that giant bomb, almost standing in heals. I think they get right on the edge, and he drops the other giant up top, and those hogs that are tanking, getting tanked with the archer tower, and so they go flying to spring traps, uses that last heal to push through that expo, Tesla and air defense. That last giant bomb completely obliterates those last 2 hogs that were coming in from the top, but that's fine. He has plenty more. This is where that poison really comes into play. These skellies are just banging on his hogs right now because they're focused on the king, and they're just getting completely free shots in there. So you'll see, thank goodness the queen is still up, but he only has 2 more hogs left over. So it's really on the wizard and the queen, as well as some of the minions and others to do this cleanup. So I like to use the poison against the skellies. It just takes them out, and they really took down at least three of his hogs, maybe even more. And didn't look at the time here. Let's just check it out real quick. So he was pretty late on time as well. Could have gone either way with that. So, but it's, I mean, a great attack. Just my personal preference. I like to use the 1 poison for the clan castle and 1 for the skellies. So we're going to watch Zito go ahead and take out his counterpart number 8. Does an easy lure with that barbarian. He uses poison, and he's going to bring he's actually going to war without his archer queen. So his archer queen is put down, so he's going to have to do this with just his enemy king. And the way we feel about it is, if you can get to 3 stars, go for it. If it is a tough war, especially in a range, that won't happen. But if it's a really tough war, it could be asked to gem your queen. But And a war like this, where we're pretty defiantly winning, you know what, let the queen sleep and don't spend the gems. So, you know, sends his first golem in there, and, you know, has one in the clan castle. So he'll go ahead and use the wall breakers to break in, sends the other, or I'm sorry, he has the P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle, and uses Shattered Entry, the two golems, to get in there, start making their way through that first compartment, drops the king in there. They really got to push through. That other king decides to be confused and hits the wizard instead of everything else. Drops a jump in there. Those wizards and P.E.K.K.A. will go ahead and take out that king super fast. There we go, all down, and they'll make their way towards the core. So he does bring 24 hogs, also 3 heals after that jump is done, and which he's going to deploy in just a second. Everything is pretty much down that he has to worry about. So, you know, the enemy queen, enemy king are down, so it's just time to start sending in these hogs while the kill squad is semi-tanking for them. So, the king and P.E.K.K.A. will keep walking around. Expo is no longer hitting on them, and the hogs are going in a clockwise fashion. Still has 2 more heals, drops his first heal there, very close to the Expo, drops his second heal with a clump of some of the splash damage, as well as a couple point defenses. Some of the other hogs will split off and start going after that Expo, which they do take out. Fortunately, because that king was on life support, and I think the P.E.K.K.A. is also, and they're doing a walk. So time to go ahead and take out those skellies, the skelly traps, and focus on cleanup with these hogs. So very, very nicely done, even very nicely done without your archer queen. It's kind of like going in handicapped. It's very, very, it's not as easy. So very, very nice 3-star. Number 8, we're just going to go ahead and show the base again. Excuse me again. Not a very difficult base. If we really needed to, we definitely could have 3-starred this. I was going to go ahead and attack it. They told me to go ahead and hit number 6 instead, and that's no problem. They like this one for air attacks, which I do not have yet. So, you know, I don't know. The Expo is pointed up, so, but supposedly this is a good base to attack from air with La Lune or something like that. I will have my level 6 loons in less than a day. So, alright, just 2 more to go. We'll watch Sen go ahead and take out number 10 with a GoHo. He uses Quad Quake, so he's going to bring in the Quad Quake instead of a jump, and Shattered Entry with 2 golems. And, you know, again, it just started. Look at how much time is left, 3 minutes and 20 plus seconds. So, you know, there's only 8 seconds left on this. That's the big difference with the extra 30 seconds will do, where a lot of these attacks, including mine, would have been a 2-star, high 90%er. You know, now they're 3 stars. So uses the Quad Quake to open up pretty much like 40% of the core there, and uses double poison, or there's a single poison. I don't know. I didn't take a look, but kills the clan castle. So he'll go ahead and send a Shattered Entry in there. It has to bring 3 wall breakers to get into that first compartment where, you know, that Quad Quake will pay off. There they go. They break in, and you know, the golems go ahead and reroute into that first compartment. Drops the king. He does have his queen. Drops double P.E.K.K.A. and the queen in there to go ahead and start pushing their way through. The golems will go ahead and tank these Expos, and yeah, everything's going pretty smoothly. Brings 19 hogs with 2 extra heals, which he's starting to deploy right now. Kill squad's making their way through quad Teslas in the core, and yeah, everything's going just right. Heals, that first heal under a giant bomb, great heal, and then has 1 more heal left over. And almost done with the defenses here, and uses that last and final heal, and then it's almost time for cleanup. The king is walking around targeting these. Need to go ahead through the last cannon. One of the reasons why it's so low is because, or I'm sorry, why it was so late of time is because only a few hogs left over. No poison to deal with any of the traps or the king. The king is still walking around free. or the enemy king, still looking for victims, and we're just about finished with cleanup. It'll go ahead and focus on those golems. The queen will go ahead and attack him and take him out, and then we're all done. Right, one more. And we're going to go ahead and check out Alpha getting the 6-star war and taking out their number 11. Very new. Well, it's kind of weird because it's kind of new. I mean, he does have 2 expos already, but has a very low-level archer tower. So really building and very level 1 air defense. So very, very weird build. It's going to be very mismatched. You know, but that is what it is. Some people can upgrade their bases the way they'd like to. So he's going to bring a Shattered GoHo in here with his royals, and we're going to go ahead and use double poison to take care of this clan castle, and send the Shattered entry in from the top, drop the queen, start helping out with the funneling, drops 2 wall breakers down there, avoids that splash damage from the mortar, the golems reroute, the queen's in there, drops a rage to start taking out things, and needs that queen to drop in the aggro, which will pull the king. King will go ahead, the wall breakers break through that huge compartment with that rage as well, and almost make it into that third compartment. Both expos are targeting on that golem. It's tanking a lot, and it's time to go ahead and start sending the hogs in as that enemy queen is down. Sends like a 4-finger drop, kind of counterclockwise, drops that giant in like he likes to do, tank for those hogs, then has 2 more heals left over after that first one is dropped down, second one is dropped, standing in heals that will trigger a giant bomb or not, and yeah, then it's time to go ahead and take out these defenses, and then the enemy king. So some skelly traps are going up. The queen, I think, will go ahead and take care of them. Does the hogs a favor. It's like having your own personal poison, and they'll go ahead and start taking out the clan castle, golem, everybody bunches up on the king, and we're just in cleanup mode. So hopefully you were able to take these attacks, figure out the compositions, figure out the strategies, especially using just the GoHo and the La Lune, and use some of these common internet bases I'm sure you're running into. Go ahead and get your 6-star war, and go ahead and get those 3-star attacks in.